Yeah, yours truly, D. Valerie, in the house representing for Louie Luggage. Louie Luggage. We're going to get into some sports tonight. As Colorado Buffs prepare for UCLA. That's titled The Buffs Prepare for UCLA. Want to get into it. I want y'all, if you like sports, to comment, share, and subscribe. And if you don't like sports, I want you to comment, share, and subscribe anyway. That's right. I'm yours truly, D. Valerie. I'm going to represent tonight for Louie Luggage. Going to get into this thing. I want y'all to know I am so excited. Now, for those of y'all who are here for law, we're going to talk some law Friday. I'm yours truly, D. Valerie. Let's get this thing started. Halo. I'm saying it like this. Halo. Yeah, let's go into it. Where is it? Here it is. Halo. Yeah. Yours truly, D. Valerie, representing Halo. Louie Luggage is in the house. Now, for those of y'all who are here for law, we're talking some law Friday. All right. Tonight, right now, we're talking about some sports. Colorado Buffaloes. That's what this Louie Luggage is all about. Everything Colorado Buffs is what we're dealing with on this channel. Welcome and Halo. Let's get into it. Buffs prep for UCLA. Buffs prep for UCLA. Let me get on the right label right now. One moment, please. Here we go. First topic we're getting into. All right. I want to get into this because my little brother, he's hilarious. I mean, not my blood brother or anything, but he's a little brother. Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter and Shedeur go and meet LeBron James with the Lakers. So let's get into this. I want to show this real quick because Travis is hilarious. He is hilarious. And we're going to get into his reaction when Travis Hunter meets LeBron James with the Lakers. Let's get into it. Where is it? Here it is. All right, let's play. Let's play. Sorry. If you all right, so you guys can't see this on TikTok, but so LeBron James comes off the court and he's greeting Shedeur and Travis, And so he's shaking their hands and they hugging, they doing the bro hug. And so, of course, you got Shador over here. He's like, hey, you got to send us some jerseys, man. You got to send us some jerseys. And then Travis, as LeBron James walks off, he just grabs Shador and he's screaming. Hilarious. I love me some Travis. You can't not love him. Now, I'm going to address this elephant in the room. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. So here's Shador like, I don't care what you say about my dad. I still love you, man. And that's the elephant in the room. They don't care, right? These are three superstars getting to greet each other, and it's just hilarious to see them. They are starstruck by LeBron, and LeBron is showing them love. Beautiful. Whatever that elephant is, let it go in peace. All right, as these boys get to see and meet and greet with their hero, LeBron James. All right, so that was beautiful to see. Now let's get into this next topic that I want to get into. And I'm gonna hit it and get up out of here. UCLA beat Stanford. Now there was a bye for those of y'all who are not aware. There was a bye whereby, of course, Colorado wasn't playing for this week, and we had the opportunity to see a couple of other games. Now, UCLA, I just mentioned, played Stanford, and UCLA beat Stanford 42-7. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, for the simple fact that, Colorado just played Stanford and lost to Stanford after dominating them the whole first half. They self-destructed in the second half and lost to Stanford 42-45. Now, here's the deal about this whole situation. Once again, UCLA beat Stanford 42-7. And why are we concerned with this game? Well, because UCLA is the next game as Colorado preps for UCLA. The question becomes, what kind of team is Stanford, or actually, excuse me, what type of team is UCLA? Well, in watching that game, what I saw is that Stanford has a good defense. When you look at the points that have been allowed, now let me get into this because Stanford has lost 2 games, so they're 5-2. And truth be told, Colorado should have been coming in this game 5-2. Should have been 5-2 teams coming into this game. So Colorado is going into this game now, and they're at once again 4-3, and Stanford is at 5-2. They had a win. Excuse me, I keep saying Stanford. Let me make it clear. UCLA is now at 5-2, and after just beating Stanford, which Colorado was expected to beat last week. However, here we are at this point, and when we look at UCLA, they're not a team that allows a lot of points. Now they lost to Utah, which is another team that Colorado has to play this season, and Oregon State. They lost to Oregon State, which are 2 teams that Colorado has to face this season. But if you look at the highest points allowed, it was 17 points, other than those 2 games that they lost. But the highest number of points that they allowed was 17 points, which was in a win over Washington State. Now, that being said, that's telling us they have a pretty good defense. All right. They have a pretty good defense. And even in the game they lost against Utah, they only allowed 14 points. So Colorado is going in here to a team that has shown that they have a pretty good defense. Added to that, they've got a good, powerful running back in number 33, last name Steele. They got a good running back in him on offense, and they've got a good receiver, or a very, very fast receiver in number 1. Now, if that quarterback doesn't get a lot of heat coming on him, if he doesn't get this under duress and stressed out, well, they're going to throw the number 1 all night. All right. So this is a game. It's at 7:30 p.m. It's a late game. And they are at Colorado. No, actually they're at UCLA. All right. So Colorado versus UCLA. Colorado is at UCLA. All right. So that's going to be a late night game. And I'm not sure if that is 7:30 Eastern. It might be Eastern that I'm looking at. So, but the bottom line here is that they have, a good running back and a good receiver and a good defense. The numbers are showing that they have a very good defense. And so in this game, Colorado is not favored. I don't know what the point spread is right now, but Colorado is not favored in this game. Uh, UCLA, one of the big things about them, they're a very disciplined team. They do not give up yards on account of silly plays and silly penalties. They're going to take care of business. When I look at their record, what I see is a team that takes care of business when they're supposed to take care of business, like they did with Stanford. They allowed Stanford 7 points. That's it. And they scored 42 points, letting you know Stanford doesn't really have a good defense. They don't have a really good defense if they allowed 42 points. The only team that they beat worse than that was North Carolina Central. All right. So again, this is a team, UCLA, they're a strong team. They're disciplined. They've got good defense. And here's the biggest thing that I saw in the game that UCLA played against Stanford. They've got intelligent coaches. They've got intelligent coaching. You can see that. You can see how quickly they adjusted during this game. They ain't had to do a whole bunch of adjusting, but they were able to do it. They have intelligent coaching. Let me give you an example of what I saw in this game. I mean, it doesn't take much, but what you could tell that UCLA was doing is they knew what Stanford was going to do next. So it would be a situation where Stanford would come out and they would throw. Okay. Or they would come out and they might run. You could clearly see UCLA knew what the next play would be. And they set their defense up for it and took them down and was able to get them off the field. They have intelligent coaching, especially on the defense. That's why they're winning. That's why they're at 5-2. I'm saying this because, again, as I said in my last session, there's not been enough blame put on the coaching. And when I watch UCLA, they got some intelligent coaches. That is 100% clear to me. Not to say that the coaching is not intelligent, but it's just not showing up like it is with the Buffaloes. So I'm saying to you right now, the coaching is going to be key with respect to Colorado. All right, offense, however, their offense is stoppable. Their offense is stoppable. And if they can stop this offense, which I full well say they have the ability to, rather. If they can stop this offense, then Shadour's going to score whatever he needs. You can score on their defense. It's more difficult, but their offense definitely is stoppable. Now, what needs to happen in this game? What needs to happen in this game is that Colorado, first of all, the coaching has to be on point. All of this doing the same thing over and over again and letting them do the same play on you and not making any adjustments, that's got to stop. That's got to stop. There needs to be somebody in here who's making the adjustments and doing it quickly and recognizing what's coming on the other side. They got to be able to recognize that. All right. The other thing is reassemble the defense to wherever it was. I know they having people who have issues off the field. Get them some tutors or some help or some whatever, a handler or something, because you got to reassemble the defense. Whatever that defense you were running against Stanford, don't do that no more. Please. I hope we smart enough to know. Don't do that no more. You got to reassemble that defense because that defense had the ability to make stops and make plays. Reassemble the defense, put it back where it was, because y'all need them right now. You got to go up against this team. They have a very good defense. They have a very good defense. According to what the numbers are showing and the records are showing, they got a good defense. They got a stoppable offense. And I'm going to say this. When I look at any of these teams that are coming up, Colorado has the ability to beat all of them. What is the problem? Why is it that Colorado ends up being the underdog on these games? Well, because they have yet to show up for one complete game. They show up in the second half of the game and then don't show up in the first half of the game. Or they show up in the first half of the game and then don't show up in the second half. And they self-destruct with all kind of penalties that are coming against them. That's why this team right here is disciplined. UCLA is disciplined. I think they might have got 2, maybe 3 penalties the whole game. If that. I don't think they got more than 3 penalties the whole game. You got to be disciplined against them because they're going to be disciplined against you. They're not going to make dumb head mistakes. They're not going to do that. So Colorado has to play disciplined. They need the coaches to step up, the coaches to make intelligent plays. I'm telling you, this UCLA team, you could clearly see that the coaching was on another level compared to what we've been watching with Colorado. This is another level coaching. They got to get they level up, level up, level up, level up. And again, they got to reassemble that defense. Definitely have to reassemble the defense because that defense is known for takeaways. That's what they do. Then you reassemble them and put people in different places and take this one out and having this one sit out. You got to reassemble them because this UCLA team clearly is better than Stanford. Clearly, they're not going to self-destruct. So you got to reassemble your defense so that you can take them out at least on offense. And then hope that Shedeur can do what he needs to do in order to get them down the field and get this win. Because they're going to need him. So those are the things. Those are the keys. This week, once again, their record is 5-2 for UCLA. And for Stanford, they beat Stanford 42-7. Same way Colorado got beat 42-6 by Oregon. The question is, who's going to show up? What Colorado team is going to show up? They need to play one full game. First half, second half, dominance. And they have to be disciplined because this team is not going to play that. And, Coach Prime said, well, if I haven't seen it in practice, I'm not going to see it on the field. And I'm letting you know, we haven't seen it in practice or the field where they can be disciplined. So what do I expect? What can we expect from this game? A heart attack. You're going to watch it. That's what they've been doing the whole year. Heart attack. So be ready. Heart attack. UCLA versus Colorado, heart attack. Because that's what this team does. That's what they've been doing all year. The only time they didn't really give a heart attack was when they played Oregon. And with that game, it was just flatline because they lost it. They didn't even get a chance to score but one time in the end of the game. Flatline. So heart attack. That's what you can expect. It's going to be a rough game. They thrive in adversity. I'd like to say, no, they're going to do something different. But no, they do hard. They already told us who they are. Heart attack. Now, can they pull this out? They can beat every other team on their schedule this season. They have the ability to beat every team on their schedule this season when they play disciplined, intelligent ball. Last session we had, I said they need that coaching to get on point, and they need to get rid of the penalties. But do they have the ability to pull it out? Oh, absolutely. Will they? We don't know. We know we're going to have a heart attack. We know that. Okay. So, lastly, I want to give a word to Colorado. This is a message to Colorado. Okay, message to Colorado. In this message, I am basically saying we are going to move beyond belief. We're not dealing with just belief anymore. All right. I need to go into this because these are some things that we haven't been taught. And again, this is a message to Colorado. Let me get on this. See if I can get on this and make sure, because I might have my people over here uh, in YouTube land. Hello, YouTube land. I want y'all to like and subscribe and share. Uh, my people in TikTok, thank y'all for joining. I want you to like and subscribe and share, follow, and all of that great stuff. Let me get in here and see if I can see what's going on. This is a message to the Colorado Buffaloes, and this is dealing with what it takes to win. What it takes to win. Let me see if I can get in here. What it takes to win. Now, one of the things is everybody's counting y'all out, Colorado. Nobody's saying, oh, the Colorado's going to win this. No, you're being counted out. And listen, that's fair. That's fair because once again, you haven't shown up in one full game. But what does it take for you to get there? Because Coach Prime tells you, you got to believe, and he's 100. But it goes beyond belief. It goes beyond belief right now. All right, so let's understand what we're looking at. When we're talking about what is the real world. What's the real world? Where is the real world? It's right here. This is where the real world is. They're telling you it's out here and oh, the real world is these stats and these numbers and but that's not the real world. The real world is up here. And I need to talk about it real quick because I go over this in law so we can understand how to manifest what we desire. That's what we're talking about. How to manifest what you desire. You put it up here in your mind. You got to see it. So when we talk about imagination, they want you to think, oh, you crazy. You imagining things and what's in your mind. Coach Prime has manifested everything that's in his mind, his imagination right here. This is where the real world is. All right. He thought it. When you think it, you've created an energy. Then when you speak it, you've given it life. And then when you write it down, you've given it flesh. This is the real world right here. This is where it starts. This is where you create your future. This is where the future is. So it's important to understand that. I want to break down the term imagination. Now, real quick, understand that when you are praying, you're praying to spiritual entities or I'm praying to a God. You're praying to all of your spiritual entities, your nation within you. You have a nation within you. Every cell in your body sees, hears, and feels, thinks, and knows what you know and what you think and do. Every cell in your body is living. And so in understanding that, it is manifesting your third dimension for you. So whatever you put up here, this is why Coach Prime's telling you, you need to believe. You need to go beyond belief right now. You're talking about defeating all these teams that are coming up against you. You need to go beyond belief. You need to go into knowing. Knowing. I know. All right. So imagination. Once again, you have a nation within you. Let's break down the term imagination. An image in, as in within, nation. Image, as in a picture or photo or vision, in, as in within, nation. What images are you feeding the nation that is within you? What images are you feeding the nation that is within you? That's what imagination is. That's what it is in a nutshell that we haven't been taught. That's the real world. Your imagination, that's why they try to beat it out of you when you going into school. Because that's how powerful you are. As long as you can vision it and see it right here, as long as you can imagine it, then you are tapped into the real world. You want to tap into the world where you winning and you beating all these teams, you better see it. Imagine it. And give it to your nation. And that's what it will be. So it's now beyond, I believe you better know. You better know that as soon as you put it up here and you feed those images to your nation, or you are creative with your imagination, that's the real world, and that's what has to appear. That's what every cell in your vessel has to manifest for you. You imagine that you are dominating the guy across from you. Do you feel it? Do you see it? You taste it. You better know it. Imagination. All right? That's how you win. And so also it takes the discipline to get out there and do the work, but you better see it first. You can't produce or create anything that you can't first see, that you can't first put in your imagination, because some people are imagining something that the rest of the team doesn't want. You better make sure your imagination is on point. What images are you feeding your nation? They better be images of winning. They better be images of dominating. And I'm telling you, Colorado, you have more than the ability to be victorious over any other team that's coming at you this season. Put the image in your head so that your nation can see it, and so shall it be. All right, Diva Marie, I'm out of here. I want to see y'all on the other end of this weekend with a victory. That's what I want to be talking about. On the other end of this weekend, meaning Sunday, Monday, we're talking about a victory. Because you put the win up here. You're feeding that vision to your nation. Colorado, I love you. Much success. Diva Marie, I'm ready to get out of here. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. We out.